Okay, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, all the exhibitions all over the world, all those that are participating in this send button meeting. My name is mbehderick, and I am one of the many voices of TBC around the globe. And every Monday, when it is 5 p.m. West African time, we have these send button meetings. And I'm always very excited to come for this meeting because we have a lot of interesting things that we want to share with you guys. So before we go, guys, into details, we are so excited in the community. A lot of things are happening. Tomorrow we shall be in the Ivory Coast, and it's going to be so awesome. We are calling on everybody in the Ivory Coast to join us this Saturday for a very big leadership conference, as well as merchant training and one-on-one training with me. So I invite everybody to join us in Ivory Coast. So guys, we're going in details to what we have on the blog as far as the agenda for today is concerned. We shall be looking at our confidentials. We call it the TBC confidentials because it's very important for us to know what we are supposed to do and what we shouldn't do. If you have ever wondered why we call these send button meetings, is because admin will turn off the send buttons of both the buyer and seller of any transaction if TBC is discounted. So I would like to bring some clarity to why admin and the type of blockchain we use are unknown. Short answer is security is very expensive. So guys, we all know why admin is unknown. Of course, people can do a lot of crazy things. So it's preferable for admin to be unknown so far. TBC is rolling out and not fully developed at this time, yet it's highly functional today. The admin fee is ridiculously low as to keep the barrier to entry into the TBC community very low. We are on a mission to help the poor rise out of poverty, so we have kept the cost down as much as possible to run a sustainable operation. Remaining unknown reduces the chances of attacks so that we can continue to grow organically. As funds grow, so will our tech and admin structure, and with enough funds, high level of security can be put into place. We are self-funded operation on the admin fee. We are debt-free, and we are self-regulated. We are private. Wow, this is so interesting, guys. You know that admin is collecting very small amount of fee, and we all know that security can be very, very expensive. That's why we have to keep the admin fee very low, and as a result of that, we have to keep our type of blockchain private. We have to admin has to be unknown so that we do not spend a lot of money on security. And of course, we are debt free. We do not owe any corporation or any person money, and we are also self-regulated. Transactions over 400 grains will result in the TBC commissioner reaching out by email to collect details of the transaction to make sure equal value was exchanged to prevent discounting of our coins. Total transaction done within a 24-hour period over 2,000 grains will result in the TBC commissioner reaching out by email to collect details of the transaction to make sure equal value was exchanged to prevent discounting of our coins. Contact the TBC commissioner in advance of completing a 40,000 grains or greater transaction to show proof ahead of time that a transaction of that size is being done for something of equal value to prevent massive discounting of our coins. TBC admin pays the salary of the TBC commissioner who protects all of us from those that will discount. I think we are still getting some background noise. Please, if you are just coming in, make sure that you unmute yourself. Thank you so much. TBC admin pays the salary of the TBC commissioner who protects all of us from those that would discount our coins from their lawful value. And we all should be thankful that the value of our coins are protected. It takes a great deal of admin fees to pay the salary, the annual salary of our TBC commissioner. And this is just one way admin support the TBC community with the admin fees collected ongoing. So guys, for those that will be carrying out huge transaction, you know what to do. Make sure you contact the commissioner for very huge transaction, right? If you don't respect this, of course, we need to be regulated so that people don't misuse TBC or use TBC to perform some illegal activities. So we have to also control our transactions. We have also, guys, the next thing we have today is the English Bitcoin contest, right? We have the English Bitcoin contest. First place, okay, in the English, first place in the English Bitcoin contest, we have mbehderick. Second place, we have Kasimu Latif. And third place, we have Williams Adebowale. These are awesome people. We want to congratulate all of them for the wonderful job that they are doing so far in the community. And I want to comment that at least two of them are my cash flowing students. So I want to say mbehderick is a merchant here in Cameroon that I personally know. And we also have Williams Adebowale, who has also been doing my training faithfully, and today he's winning the contest. I'm so proud of him. Congratulations, sir. We also have the French contest, guys. You can see a lot of people winning from Cameroon, and two of them are my cash flowing students, and myself too as a winner. Wow. It's so awesome to win with your colleagues, guys. So we can see the winners here as mbehderick, myself, Etindele Buma Samuel, and third place as Manga Dinale Timothy. Wow, congratulations. We have the Tagalog Bitcoin contest. First place, Ice Fletcher. Second place, Marilu Brao. And third place, Abimbola Ogan Buwale. So from Nigeria, congratulations, guys. These are awesome people. You guys are awesome. So guys, if you have won, just check your wallet right now, because the first place goes home today with 200 grains of gold, equivalent to 626.83 Bitcoin, which is equivalent to 0.06079. And we also have the second place going home with 100 grains of gold, equivalent to 313.14, okay, which is 0.03038 BTC. So third position goes home today with 50 grains of gold, 156.71, equivalent to about 0.01520 BTC. So guys, if you are a winner, please kindly check your Bitcoin wallet address. Okay, you are going to see your money that has been paid in your wallet. You compare this week with last 90 days. Okay, so we also have the table here. Let's look at the analysis that we have so far. We have analyzed the results of this Bitcoin contest and have found that the TBC members in the Philippines led the whole TBC community in growth with 47 contestants and 707 paid signups last week. 41 countries had 600 contestants last week out of the full-timer database, which has 5,278 members in it. Cameroon, Ghana, Nigeria, Uganda, Ivory Coast, South Africa, India, Papua New Guinea, Bangladesh, Canada, Burundi, Benin, Rwanda, United States, and Japan were all strong contestants last week with double-digit and triple-digit numbers. We want to thank all of those that made an effort to recruit paid signups last week. This is a brand new week, and you have another chance to win a week from now. We also have 1,078 merchants now, of which 110 are admin reviewed and have qualified for the merchant promo. And as that number grows, it will be easier to share TBC with others. We also are looking for more send button hosts to cover the other languages such as Russian, Greek, Japanese, Spanish, German, and Italian, since we are seeing good growth there. If you have not updated your Clinical back office profile to be listed in the full-timer database, you should do that now so that we can recognize your recruiting effort for you and your country. You need to update your profile to full-timer to collect bounties or Bitcoin bounties. So yes, new members need to get 2 paid signups before they can see the Bitcoin bounties menu under the account area of Clinical back office. They can collect the Bitcoin bounties even on their first 2 paid signups that they needed to qualify as a full-timer. We have 3 Bitcoin contests. We have 3 Bitcoin contests happening right now: English, Tagalog, and French. If you didn't follow the instruction last week to change your language by placing the correct keyword into the send button meeting of the language you want to switch to. Then you will be in the default language, language, English this week. In order to switch to a different language for the next week, you have to go into the bottom of the profile page of Kringle Cash back office and make that change this week, right? So you can actually do that, guys. So a purchase of 40 grains of Kringles will entitle you to at least get a whole TBC coin and maximizes your efforts, okay? Maximizes your cookie reward for recruiting new members into TBC. One TBC coin today is worth 10 million or 10.1 million, and $10 million is a massive amount of money. Even a transaction as small as 4 grains is rewarded too. See the chart above. If you have not completed a transaction, okay, you have not completed, if you have not completed the transactions yet, now is the time to get that done so you can collect the rewards. Contact your sponsor or a TBC leader to complete your transaction today. Broadcasters get the maximum cookie reward available. So become a TBC broadcaster today, right? So guys, you have to mute yourself if you are just coming in so that we don't have a lot of noise. Guys, do we say this? This is what is happening in the TBC community right now. And admin says that based on the lack of revenue coming in within the early part of September, I believe we have failed to cement in the growth that come from admin's credit during the month of August. The problem with admin credit is that the new members isn't put skin in the game. This is same problem with anything that is free. People have difficulties appreciating something they got for free. But when they have to pay for something out of their own pocket, they will protect the value of that item with their life. So I strongly suggest that you don't just give away admin's credit without getting an upfront commitment from them first. I would like to all of the hosts to open and read the entire article. Okay, guys, I'm going to open this article, but before then, about cementing. But I'm going to take some few reactions by some of the great leaders all over the world that are in this meeting. I want them to give their opinion on why it is very important to cement the admin's credit that is being offered to you. All right, please tell us. I'll take 1 or 2 members. You can volunteer to talk, but I want to take some members. Let them tell us why it is practically very, very important to cement, the admin's credit or to go into a commitment. Because when people just collect the admin's credit without going into some sort of commitment, they are going to misuse it and they will never take it very serious. So I'll be taking 1 or 2 persons, or if you want to volunteer, you can want to talk. And yes, is it Mr. Amechi, Optimist from Nigeria? Okay, we are having some problems to hear him. I'm also having Madame Christina Tange from Canada. I hope she's here. And please, Madame, tell us why it is very, very important for people to cement the admin's credit that is being given to them. Why it's very important to come to a commitment with your sponsor with the admin's credits. Christina, are you there?
Sorry, Bay, I couldn't hear you. I didn't know if you called me.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Yes, it is very important to cement that deal because next month they must pay for it. And if they don't pay for it, then it becomes invaluable. People are very, very happy to receive it, but it is important for us to tell each one of them what is the value they have, and they're very excited about it. So if they don't pay next month, you get nothing, admin get nothing, and it's a futile activity that we'd be doing. It's a, so it is important to tell them and give them the training necessary. And that is why I'm taking my time. I don't waste admin's credit just like that for nothing. And the same thing I am teaching my downline to do too.
Right.
I have one big downline I'm saying downline because I have one big one in French Polynesia. And so I'm training her. And also, she said, I asked her to come to your French training. Is that okay? She
Yeah,
really
it's
liked
okay.
your
It's
I
okay.
sent her your videos and she said she will come to your training.
All
So
right. No problem.
thank you very much. Because I don't have the time to host a training now for them. And, so if you could help me out with that, it would be so awesome. Thank you
There's no
so much,
problem.
babe.
There's no
You are
problem.
doing an awesome job. I send people English and French to your training.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much,
Okay.
Christine.
Okay.
I'll be very happy to help you and his team. So, Guy, let me take another person, another volunteer to tell us why it is very, very important to cement the two admins' credit. Maybe I should take Godwin as Godwin winner from Nigeria, if I'm not mistaken. Godwin, please tell us why it is really, really important to cement or to come to some sort of commitment. Let the people be committed to agree to do the payment within the next month when their account expires. Hello, Godwin. Yeah. Godwin, can you hear us?
Yeah. Thank you for the correction. I'm from Ghana.
Ah, sorry.
Yes.
I want to turn it into Nigerian.
Yeah. 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 It's very important to cement our growth because looking at when you are building, I am not an architect, but looking at building, they actually bring concrete
Right.
in order to make the building strong. Yeah, without a concrete, without a foundation, it means that that building will be in vain in a matter of time. It will collapse because when rain starts falling, when heavy storms or whatever start happening, those things start happening, you could see that the building will collapse.
Right.
So if we couldn't do that, it means that we are rather collapsing the future of TBC. Not thinking about the future, we are just thinking about the present, and that will not help us. So what we need to do now is to think about the future. A lot of people are coming in now, and the mass how large we are growing now. That is how important and very, very, very tangible for us to cement the growth now. So this is what I have. It's very important to do it. We should not think of our selfish gain or our own interest or have any other perception about it, but supporting the admin in order to cement or for us to cement the growth of TBC community. I think that's the better way. There's no option. The only option is to cement the growth because we should compare it with buildings or building a foundation or expanding the growth of TBC. That is what we need to do now.
Right.
So that is what I think. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much, Godwin. I'll be coming back to other leaders. I really want to plead that everybody should do everything to mute his or her mic so that we do not get a lot of external noise coming from the background. Okay, I will come to some of the leaders later, but let me quickly share my screen. Admin says that we should discuss this article here, and I'm going to read it loudly for everybody. Cement makes building strong and stable, right? Cement makes building strong and stable. I think I should first of all try to mute everybody. Let me try. We have a lot of external noise, so let me mute all the participants so that Okay, right, great. So let me share my screen again, guys. Let me go to the blog post. Admin says that cement makes building strong and stable. You can see this building. I'm not a very good bricklayer, but when you look at this, look at this part below here, you see that it is very strong. It even shows this the way it is stable, you know. And this image, admin always have a very nice way to come out with some beautiful images. And this is just a bitter truth. If we don't cement our foundation, it will never be strong, right? So let me quickly read this. Imagine building a brick wall without cement. Basically, that will be staking the bricks up. If you made a wall of just staking the bricks up, how strong or stable would that be? Yeah, not stable at all. Even the slightest push against it will knock over the wall. Sorry, guys. Will knock over the wall, right? When you use cement as part of the construction process of building a brick wall, it makes it very strong and stable. On a wall like that, no matter how hard you push on it, it won't move or fall over. In fact, it takes a tremendous amount of force to destroy it or knock it over. Many have expressed a concern about being able to make the monthly payment of the 8 grains admin fee. I have provided the cement they can use to make paying the admin fee painless, just like cement. It needs to be used properly in order for it to be effective in delivering the desired outcome. The desired outcome is making the payment painless. Let's use Mbe's story as an example of how this could work today. Of course, guys, you all know my story, and I shared this with the admin and the blog. In his story, he mentioned that he had a respectable job, but in his country, he only earned $80 a month doing it. Later, he told me that the rent for the apartment was about $35 a month in his local currency. Very tough. If Mbe was in that exact same situation today and he wanted to join TBC, where will he find the $25 a month to pay the admin fee? Sounds impossible, right? But let's look at the facts. Does $25 pass through his hands monthly? Answer, yes. Doesn't the admin credit promo allow him to sign up 2 people painlessly? Yes. Isn't the Bitcoin bounty he will earn on those 2 people enough to cover his monthly payment of the admin fee? Yes. Isn't timing it? The only real concern, all right? The only real concern, mostly, yes. I say mostly because firm commitment is even more important than timing. So when everybody pays the admin fee on the 1st of each month, it completely resolved that concern. That way, Mbe pays his monthly admin fee on the 1st of each month with the full confidence he will get back enough in Bitcoin bounties from the 2 people he signed up to get back $25 on the first 2. $25 out and $25 in, all in the same day, the 1st. He then can cash in the $25 from the Bitcoin he received in a day or 2 and use the cash to pay towards his rent or whatever. Timing makes all of this work. Getting everybody to agree on paying the admin fee on the 1st is the key to making this work. If you have 2 admins credit right now, let me give you some advice. Explain this plan to the people you want to sign up before you use your admin credit on them. Get a firm commitment from 2 people that no matter what day of the month they sign up, or what day of the month they sign up on, that the coming 1st of the next month, they firmly commit to you that they will pay the admin fee on the day for sure. Otherwise, don't use your admin credits on anyone unwillingly to make that commitment. This will give you total peace of mind if the $25 is an amount that is difficult to live without. You won't have to live without it if everybody follows this simple plan. New members have been quick to learn how to use admin's credit, and we are experiencing explosive growth because of it. Of course, we can see the admin's credits tract that has been issued so far. Of course, we can see that, guys, because with the admin's credits, once you renew your accounts, all right, from this date, you realize that more than 100,000 admin's credit has been issued, has been used. Wow, has been used so far. So that is a huge one. And this image is simply telling you here that once you have your admin's credit, once you pay for your admin fee, you have 2 admin's credit. And the 2 admin credit gives you the possibility to bring in 2 people for free using the admin's credits. All right, admin is paying forward. Next month, they are going to renew. And once they renew, you are also going to have about $25 in Bitcoin bounty to also pay for yours without any money coming out, coming in from your pocket. And also, these people will have theirs too, admin's credit that they can bring into up to infinity. So just one person can trigger hundreds of persons to come into the community, which is so awesome. Using admin's credit is building up the TBC community fast. The merchant promo has been like throwing gasoline on the fire because 100 admin's credit get issued weekly. Each time someone qualifies to get them, it would be sad to see all of that growth wasted because of a lack of using the cement. To keep what we have already built on a month-by-month basis, don't build without using the cement. To make it strong and stable, get a firm commitment first that the new member will pay the admin fee on the first of each month before using an admin credit on them to sign them up. Be upfront, okay, about this simple plan to make paying the admin fee painless. Get everybody to agree to pay on the first. So you can look at this picture, guys. Take the worry out of making your monthly payment of the admin fee by getting your whole team to agree to make their payment on September 1st. Get paid the same day you pay. Wow. So guys, you can see this cementing is the key, and that is actually what the admin is telling us right here. So let me take some leaders. I don't know if our brother Stephen Coffey is also here. Hello, Steve. Are you there, please? Can you come on board and tell us why it is very important for this cement and make a plan up front? Hello, Steve. Welcome, and thank you for being here.
Hello, 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 hello. Thank you, everybody. You know, when this cement came out, I went over and I tell you something, folks. Think about something. Would you make a wall without the mortar in between those bricks? Could you place up a whole bunch of bricks on a wall? Like if we built TBC like that, and we put all these bricks or stones on a wall, how long do you think it would last? How long? Not long, would it?
Right. Not long.
So all of the things that admin put in that blog, and also in your Pingo Cash back office, and active Pingo Cash back office, that's what I'm saying. Those are, it's almost like the meat, the exactly what you need between those bricks. But see, we got to make sure that we understand what that cement means when admin talks about it. See, we got all these tools in place. We got the admin credits. We got what? Rapid rewards. We have cookie rewards. We have all these things in place over the last few months that admin provided for each and every one of us. But guess what, folks? It is not up to admin. It is not up to admin. It's up to you and I. Admin gives us the tools, puts it in our hands practically. So let's build and keep building and building. You know, and Ace Fletcher and some other leaders that have built great teams. They are great examples of what this cement is all about. Now, for a person like Mbe, that look where he's come from, to make only $80 a month, and look where he at now. He's a perfect example of which each and every one of us can be.
Right.
And so Admin says, that's what Admin uses him as an example in the blog. That was meant to be that way. Admin did that on purpose, to use him as an example. And he probably could use several of us as that same kind of example in your respective countries. So what I say to all of you, if you don't understand what he just read, if you don't understand something that's in that blog, go over it again and again and again on your free time.
Right.
Now, if you just got a little bit of free time in the day, use that to study the blog, okay, for what it is, okay? Thank you so much, Mbe.
Thank you so much, Steve, for that great contribution. Of course, Africa, where I come from, there are people that make at least, some places they make $50 per month. Some places, I was a perfect example. I was earning about $80 per month. That's just true. But that was in 2015, 2016, and all that before I joined CBC. So it has been a lot of hard work, commitment, and right now I'm still cementing now for my generation to come, because residual income for TBC is for many generations. I'm going to take another person, Mufo Gidas, who is also another great leader in the community, and let him tell us why it is important to cement. Why it's important to cement. Actually, somebody sharing my screen. I wonder who is really sharing my screen. Please, can you stop sharing my screen? So I wonder why. Oh my God! So, so I'm going to take Gidas. Please tell us why it is important to cement to cement the admin credits so that we can have a stronger foundation in our admin field.
Okay, thank you very much, Leader Mbe, for giving me that opportunity to really talk upon this issue that we should cement the admin credit. I will say, before really putting things clear, I will say this. If we have quite really taken a long time to be in TBC, each and every one, we have come to get it very clear that what self-regulated milieu will need to follow rules and regulations and have self-responsibility, because new members that are coming to TBC, thousands and thousands every day, they are not schooled on the system on TBC. And the avenues that are appropriate for them to be schooled are you and me, that we are already in the system beforehand. It's true that you're already doing 2 formations in French and English already. This is that link or that cement that each and every one that is bringing somebody new into the community should do everything possible, either by you or link that person to any able leader that can really give the others the right functioning in the TBC community. One thing I would say is that if we do not follow, because we are saying one and the same thing, is to be educated on the system, know how the TBC system functions, because once the foundation is very solid, we are going to go a long way to attain our objective as fast as possible. So what is really important for each and every one of us to do is to be very strict when these new people are coming in on giving them the up-to-date information. There are a lot of citizens that don't know where we are in TBC today. And it is something really important to reiterate time without number to each and every one and make them to get themselves confirmed to this new move. that we are in TBC to cement the functionality. And also, there is one thing I need to make also very clear with that upload, is that most people are attracted to all of the tools that admin has put around, but not even knowing how to go about. So this is an opportunity for us not only to make them to be ready to pay the admin fee on the first of the month, but know why they are paying the admin fee and what the benefit paying the admin fee. I believe if we can hammer this in each and every avenue, in each and every one that we talk to, or when we exchange with each and every one division, because there are divisions that are not up to date with the realities of this admin is permitting us to be up to now. So please, let's do an effort and have that self-responsibility to share with each and every one the updates and tell everyone that they should pass the information to any new person that are subscribing to TDC, that they should pay their back office on the first, and they should respect the instructions and the new policies that are being adopted day in, day out. I believe in that stand, we're going to progressively make everyone to be up to date to the reality. That is what I can achieve. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for that great contribution. We really appreciate, guys. I will not really want to abuse your time. I see many people really want to say something. I can take the last person now. I'm seeing Mr. Optimist, who is a great live broadcaster, a great leader from Nigeria. Mr. Optimist, are you there? Please tell us why it's very important to cement the admin's credits, make commitment to cement that.
Mr. Mbe and the rest of the board members, everyone, I can see that we have good number today.
Of course.
I really want to thank you all. Good evening, everybody. I'm very much happy when I see what we're doing in TBC. Why this issue of cement is coming up, if you look at where I'm standing here, I deliberately came towards a place. I think you can see it.
Mr. Mechi.
Yes. What was going on? I was thinking and saying, what exactly are we talking? What is admin trying to help us to see? This block here, I can push it to tomorrow because it is properly cemented. And some people, they allow themselves, look at, these ones are just stacked here. If I push it, it can easily fall. So what are we saying? Admin has given us the best way to go about this very opportunity. But the issue is that many people don't know and they don't want to know. So instead of wasting time with those who don't want to know, it's always very good for us to explain to them that, look, the admin fee is a must. Okay? If you are not ready to build with us, okay, you can be there. As for the reason why we have to do what we are doing, it's already very, very, very plain and very clear. People are having different opinions, but for those who really understand what admin is talking about and see where TBC is going to take us to, we don't have that time to start wasting time with those who don't want to follow us to do things the way it should be done. Right. So my advice to the rest of the community is that let us put necessary efforts. Okay? What we are doing today, individually or in different places, I have my own, let's say, my religion. For the fact that I have my own religion, it's not a mother who must join me there, but it is my own duty to be strongly willed, and that's what I believe in. So we know that TBC is something that is very great. Let's not allow those who don't understand it to take us out of it. But rather, by all means, let us support admin by having our monthly payments, because it's only those who don't know it that are making them say, how long are we going to pay? So continue to pay for now, and let's see what happens next. So people should not allow those who don't know where we're going to distract us. That's just my contribution. I really want to thank you and admin. I'm thanking admin for helping us to see the reasons why we have to do what we're doing. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much, Mr. Amechi, for that wonderful demonstration. I really appreciate. Thank you so much. You have just given us the perfect example of what is happening in the community right now. Thank you so much, sir. You always have a way of putting things together. I appreciate it. So, ladies and gentlemen, before we go, it's very important for me to give you the keyword of the day before we go. The keyword of the day is merchant, all right? The keywords of the day is merchant. So you can say this, that is the keyword of the day. Merchant is the keyword of the day. So guys, really want to appreciate everybody for being here today. We really hope to see you again next week, same time. For all those who are in Ivory Coast or neighboring to Ivory Coast, we have a powerful leadership conference this weekend on Saturday in Ivory Coast. It's going to be so awesome. I invite everybody to join me, get their tickets, and join me for this conference, because we are going to have a lot of things, a lot of package together, and just come along and meet me and let us shake hands together, and so that you can have some anointing of success. You understand what I'm trying to say here? Okay, guys. Thank you so much. We look forward to have you again next week. Bye now.